today.
This place that I call.
Closed captioning for News 12 is brought to you by Kenneth Nugent. From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, First at 5.
It is a moment no mother should have to go through.
So I laid on the ground. I could not go over there. I could not force myself to go over the way she was laying on the ground.
Party in Clarendon County, South Carolina ends in gunfire Saturday, leaving a mother of 5 dead and 7 others injured, including 5 teenagers.
The sheriff there says about 150 people were at the party when it happened. 2 cars pulled into that yard and opened fire before speeding away. Investigators say up to 70 rounds were fired, and they're working to figure out if some of the rounds were fired from people actually returning fire.
A 32-year-old Adriana Kind was shot and killed, leaving her family devastated, and they say they'll be there for her children.
It's not going to be a tomorrow or the next day thing. I think their minds is like wondering, like, you know, is she coming home? Where could she be? I want my mama. We need justice. We need justice. And we need it because we need our kids to be safe in the community. We shouldn't have to walk around having to watch our backs.
She says this appears to be a gang-related shooting connected to previous drive-by shootings in that county. Right now, they don't know if there are any specific targets involved.
Governor Henry McMaster said South Carolina is studying what other states are doing to strengthen school safety.
This comes after that tragedy in Uvalde when an 18-year-old gunman shot and killed 19 children and 2 teachers at a Texas elementary school last month. And there have been renewed calls nationwide for gun control and better classroom safety.
State House reporter Mary Green has the details on what McMaster says he supports and what he isn't getting behind.
Governor McMaster pointed to 2 approaches where he says South Carolina has worked to strengthen school safety but isn't finished yet. Improving school mental health resources and putting a school resource officer on every campus.
We've done a lot of things. We're really ahead of the rest of the country in some of the things we've already done.
Governor Henry McMaster says that includes efforts to put an armed and trained school resource officer in all of the 1,200 plus schools across the state. He says money the General Assembly began allocating a few years ago significantly upped that number, but roughly 300 schools still don't have an SRO, which the governor chalks up in part to the hiring challenges that so many industries now face. McMaster says the state is also working to increase access to mental health resources in schools. A recent audit by the South Carolina Department of Health and Human Services at the governor's request found these services are available in fewer than half of the state's public schools.
We provided funding and authorization for a mental health counselor, either in every school or immediate access. That's a big part of that's a big component in what we see going on is mental health.
When asked about the gun control measures President Joe Biden proposed in an address to the country last week, including banning assault rifles or at least raising the minimum age at which they can be purchased, McMaster says he believes some of those proposals could potentially intrude on Second Amendment rights. But the governor did reiterate his stance that he supports tightening up penalties for people caught illegally possessing guns. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Some of those measures the governor is in favor of include increased minimum fines and prison time for people caught illegally carrying guns and making that offense a felony. Coming up here in the next half hour, we dig deeper into the measures Aiken County schools are taking to keep students safe.
Taking a look outside in about 10 minutes.
Riley, thanks a lot. Police in Atlanta looking for a McDonald's employee who shot his boss, sending her to the hospital in critical condition. That shooting happening at the Moreland Avenue McDonald's in East Atlanta over the weekend. Police say a male employee got into a fight with his boss after she asked him to leave. He left and came back, shooting the general manager. Police are still looking for that suspect.
The Byrd County Sheriff's Office is asking for your thoughts about crime in the area. They're hoping a study will help them get an idea of fear levels and quality of life concerns. The study is sponsored by the Sheriff's Office, but your responses won't go directly to them. So that means if you have concerns directly about your safety, you do need to contact the department directly about those. The Sheriff's Office will get an analysis of all the responses at the end of the survey. You can check out their Facebook page to get that link.
The McCormick County coroner says 28-year-old Aladdin Harris is the man who died in an accident Saturday night. South Carolina Highway Patrol says it happened around 11 at night on U.S. Highway 378 West near Christian Road. Troopers say Harris was riding with 3 other men. Highway Patrol says Harris died after falling out of the back of a pickup truck.
It's your last week.
Happening later tonight, Columbia County holding a public information session on a list of projects they'd like to use sales tax money for. Some of the new SPLOST plans are improving parks across the county, creating a new public safety training center, and getting some new fire engines. They're also going to talk about creating Wi-Fi pavilions. Staffers will be on site answering any questions and getting feedback. That session running from 6 until 8 at the Martinez Elementary School.
The creators of a downtown Aiken revitalization project have made some major changes after hearing from a lot of people who live there. Architects will officially unveil those changes to Project Pascalis and get more public reaction tomorrow. Project Pascalis includes demolishing that crumbling Hotel Aiken and all of the sort of rundown stuff around it. They'd be replaced by a new hotel and conference center, apartments, a parking garage, and shops. Today, the Aiken Municipal Development Commission says some of the latest revisions are meant to soften the new hotel's look.
Well, we are staying dry here in Augusta, but keep an eye on some storms in our southwestern counties. We'll give you an update on radar and a look ahead at some storms heading our way towards the middle of the week just after break.
And also had a new app gaining attraction this summer that lets you pay for a temporary place to cool off. We'll check it out when First at 5 continues. Okay, did you hear about this last summer? You can actually let people use your pool for a price. And Laura, a lot of people are doing this right now because it's just a new way to make some money. A new service called Swimply lets you rent out your pool by the hour to those who want a little staycation. Sawyer Bussey takes a dive into this brand new business.
Come on in, stay a while.
We're known for our elephant ears.
Whether you're wanting to celebrate a birthday or graduation, or you just want some peace and quiet.
You know, we have a lot of people who come, don't even swim. They just want to come and read a book and hang out.
The Beach family is offering their backyard to you for a price.
Just like Airbnb, that's the easiest way to think of it. So instead of renting out a room in our bathroom, we're renting out the backyard.
Through an app called Swimply, you can rent Jim and Megan's pool and many others by the hour.
And then the first month that it paid for our mortgage, that was pretty nice month too.
The app has been around for about 3 years. Their goal is to be a platform where people can eventually rent out their favorite spaces like private basketball and tennis courts or art rooms to paying customers.
A lot of our homeowners are making on average $5,000 a month renting out their pools on Swimply. Our top owner, Jim Batten out of Florida, has already made close to $200,000 and he's only been on Swimply for a year and a half.
There are rules as far as how many people are allowed at your rental gathering or renting your pool at all.
Find out if your HOA or your city or town allows Airbnb rentals, because we're really no different than that. Right?
One family's staycation is becoming another family's paid bill.
So the first time I heard about this was last summer. We did find some local people are renting out their pools by the hour. You can even book a spot for your dog if you want to bring your furry friend along with you.
Yeah, and each renter shows you how many people you can include at a time. So be sure to check out swimply.com. You can see who's sharing their spaces here at home this summer.
They're making some serious money doing it.
Yeah.
Riley, man, this is the season to hit the pool, though.
Absolutely perfect pool weather out there this afternoon. We're seeing hot temps. Most of us are close to 90 staying Saturday, but hot temperatures Thursday and Friday in the mid-90s.
Starting today, there are several lanes closed for construction work, mainly on Lewiston Road at the Columbia Road intersection. There's another lane closure at the Grovetown exit off of I-20, so that's the on-ramp if you're heading towards Augusta. It'll be your on-ramp. Both projects will close lanes from 9 to 4 every day, and that's happening until June 17th. William Few Parkway off of Lewiston Road, that's also closed through this Friday. If you live in the Stevens Point subdivision, they're doing some road paving there that will close Stevens Way, Stevens Crossing, and Stevens Court. And there will be workers flagging for you to drive slowly from 7 to 7 each day.
Still to come here, First at 5. Cops getting creative when it comes to chasing down a thief on a jet ski. We'll show you the video. So what does it mean to make ends meet? The circumstances, of course, are different for every person and family, but today we look at a couple of the consequences when you can't pay for the things you need to live a healthy, happy life. Dawn G shines a light on a financial matter that in the end could cost us all.
We've heard maybe more than ever ever before the cry for a more equitable America. There are huge gaps between those who are and are not doing well. Those financial, racial, and educational gaps in the end cost us all.
Childhood obesity rates remain far too high in our nation.
New data from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, America's largest philanthropic organization focused solely on health, found 1 in 6 young people in the United States has obesity.
It really puts kids at greater risk for some pretty grim health outcomes like type 2 diabetes, like heart disease, hypertension, and even some types of cancer.
Jamie Bussell is the Senior Program Officer for the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Her work focuses on ensuring that all children have the building blocks for lifelong health.
The choices parents make for their children are based on the choices parents have. Children of color and children who live furthest from economic opportunity continue to be at greatest risk.
The foundation is working to help advance changes to ensure all children are able to grow up at a healthy weight and have a healthy start in life. If parents find it difficult to access affordable, healthy foods and safe places to be active, it's likely that outcome will cost us all.
Millions of families struggling with food insecurity. Our nation's safety net, we know, is fragile, outdated, out of reach for so many kids and families.
Bussell and the foundation believe this study is a warning that our policies are failing our children. Childhood obesity alone is estimated to cost $14 billion annually in direct health expenses.
This is an issue and a crisis across the nation. We all have our work cut out for us.
Obesity rates are highest among Black, Hispanic, American Indian, and Alaskan Native youth compared to white and Asian youth.
Every parent in this country is trying to do the best they possibly can for their children. And no matter what that parent's doing in the house, as optimal as it might be, if the environment around that family is not supportive, then that parent's going to have a really hard job.
Kentucky has the highest child obesity rate in the nation, while Montana ranks the lowest. The Robert Wood Johnson Foundation's report found that states vary widely in their poverty rates, mobility rates, and their racial, ethnic, and economic disparities. It changes the bottom line for all of us when we're trying to make ends meet. That's something we can all work on. For Great TV, Dawn G.
Also today, the city of North Augusta wants people to know about a water main break over on Sandpit Road. Water may be interrupted for several hours near Shoreline Drive and River North subdivision until this break is fixed. They also put out a Facebook post saying crews are there working on those repairs this afternoon. If you have any questions or concerns, there's a number to call, 803-441-4240.
Deputies in Ormond Beach, Florida got creative yesterday and foiled a jet ski robbery, all caught on body cam video. After getting a call about the theft, a deputy asked a family on a nearby dock to help them out.
The family told officers they could borrow that boat to nab the thief, and after about 10 minutes of searching, they did exactly that. The deputies initially told the suspect to swim over to their boat, but he told them he couldn't swim.
So the officers tossed him a line and then put the man in handcuffs before returning the boat and the jet ski. The sheriff's office posted this video on Facebook to tell the family thanks for the assist, and I guess also that you can run or ski, but you can't hide.
And swimming lessons for everyone.
Wow.
Let's do that too.
Wow. Hey, we're still keeping an eye on post-tropical cyclone Alex. This is now racing off towards the northeast, still producing winds up to 60 miles per hour, luckily staying over open waters. Look at our forecast again just after the break.
Yeah, well. Still to come, Aiken County Schools making some changes to ramp up safety and security. We'll show you the plans ahead on First at 5.
All the tools, the latest technology, and the largest team of 5 meteorologists. News 12 First Alert Weather on your side.
The Marines taught me how
The law firm.
In this market, you'll find Fisher Investments is different than other money managers.
Different how?
Aren't we all just looking for the hottest stocks?
Nope, we use diversified strategies to position our clients' portfolios for their long-term goals.
But you still sell investments that generate high commissions for you, right?
No, we don't sell commission products. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our clients' best interest.
So when do you make more money? Only when your clients make more money?
Yep, we do better when our clients do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
North Augusta Customs